When we go camping, we don't like camping in caravan parks because of the cost mainly. So we usually try to find a spot out in the bush somewhere. And when we were at Moonta, we were looking for such a spot. We could see from the road a nice patch of scrub and sand dunes up a little track, so up we went and camped there for the night behind this bush.
When we woke up the next morning, ready to leave, we realized that we couldn't get around the bushes with our 30-foot caravan and four-wheel drive. We needed to winch the front of the vehicle around so it was facing the right direction to drive out. We have a good winch, so we ran out the winch rope to do just that. There was only small shrubs in sand to winch from, no decent trees or other anchor points. We know that each time you pass a line through a pulley, the pulling power is doubled, or if you like, the weight is halved. The pulley used is called a snatch block, and you will see a picture of one on this slide. To take the pressure off the bush, we connected a snatch block to one bush, passing the rope through it to another bush. The winching has begun with Thelma operating it using the remote control. Our first attempt at winching failed due to the bushes being too small and in sand. With our first attempt failing, we decided on a change of direction so that we could winch off a stronger looking bush. We had a tree protector around the snatching bush to give us a place to connect the snatch block to. Even though we had to lay the rope over vegetation, we figured that it would pull down into it as it tightened. After our second attempt failed, we decided that the most solid object that we had to work with was our vehicle. For that reason, we ran the winch cable through the snatch block and back to the vehicle. The rope wasn't long enough, but we carry a winch extender, which was now put to use. The blue is the winch rope running out, with the white being the extender coming back. We got the wheels facing the right direction. All we have to do now is wind in the winch rope and drive out. Well, that wasn't as easy as said. We are going to have to unhook the caravan and deal with it separately. We have four-wheel drive, so once the caravan is off, we can just drive the vehicle out on its own. Of course, we had to jack up the caravan to get it off the vehicle. We carried two jacks, a smaller one for the caravan and a larger one for the vehicle. We used the smaller one, digging a hole to fit it under the drawbar as it was resting on the sand. We couldn't get enough lift with the small jack, so had to bring into service the big one. We have now got it unhitched. Once the caravan was unhitched, we could just drive out, setting the vehicle up to winch just the caravan through a snatch block and using a winch rope extender. For some reason which I can't remember, the winch extender was replaced with a chain double. We carry chains in case of emergencies. We have now spent the whole morning trying to escape the sand and bushes. We have had lunch after the caravan winching failed due to pulling the winching bush out of the sand. Now we have moved the vehicle so we can winch off the vehicle through a snatch block on the caravan. We have started winching the caravan off the vehicle. Success at last. We have got both the vehicle and the caravan out, although we took some bushes with us, but it was the only way to get the van out in the right direction. Well, nearly right. 90 degrees to the track is nearly right. Now that we have got the caravan winched out, but 90 degrees to the track, all we have to do is winch it around to line up with the track. We have moved the vehicle, fitted a snatch block to the caravan drawbar, run the winch rope through a snatch block and extended it with an extender, attaching it to the vehicle to winch off. We have also placed some boards in line with the tow hitch for it to slide along so it doesn't dig into the sand. There you go. We got it ready to go. Now we just turn the vehicle around, hook the caravan on, and off we go. We won't be long out now. Packing up the winching gear. Thankfully, winching is all complete. Well, of course we have to jack up the caravan to connect to the vehicle. We had to dig deep to fit the jack under, but then we couldn't jack it high enough. We were able to get a big wooden block, which we carry for emergencies, under the tow hitch. Now we can use our high lift jack, which we also carry for emergencies, to lift the caravan higher to put on the vehicle. Right. We got the caravan jacked up high enough with the high lift jack to get our hydraulic caravan jack attached. Now we can get out of here. Finally, done. It only took us about 40 minutes to get the caravan attached to the vehicle. We started this whole process at 9 a.m. and finished at 4:03 p.m. It only took us about 7 hours to get out of our camping spot. Now, for somewhere to camp for the night.